Hi everyone, this is Megan Gravner with Club Ruby Designers. Thank you so much for joining me today for another video. I hope you're ready to have fun making a great scrapbook layout. This kind of follows up to using what we used this page for when we made the mini album using the paper bags. So we're going to use some more of this paper. We're going to use the bottom ends of the paper bag that we cut off when we made the little album. So this one little paper bag here, we're going to use this. This is where we sliced it off. If you didn't get to watch the paper bag album, go back and do that so you know exactly what was done if you need to know. Otherwise, it was just cut right at the end of the paper bag here. I selected one photo. I'm also going to be using this full sheet kind of as my base for this paper. For this page layout, this is going to be my main page, and then I'm going to be using some elements from this page and make some fun borders and things like that. Out of all the pages in this kit, this one's probably my least favorite, but everybody has a different opinion. I still think the ice cream cones are adorable and I like different things from it, but this isn't my first choice of paper from this kit. So that's just my personal opinion, and let's see what we can do with it to make it a little bit more my style and the way I like it. So let's get started. We're going to start with our base paper, and we're going to be using this upper piece here, and I'm going to just cut out the entire design that's up at the top of this page here. I'll start by grabbing my paper trimmer. I really like a lot of dimension and layers to my pages, so this is just going to be really cute and simple. I'm going to do some hand cutting using my tonic scissors to cut out some of the elements. But we're still going to have a solid strip at the top. I have my ATG gun already, so I'm just going to run a strip right along the top edge. And I'm going to actually line this up here at this top and make this the part of the top. So we'll start just placing it down. I love this cloud and flower, and since this is for a beach picture, I'm thinking I'm just going to cut it right out. I love using the elements in pages to make a whole new page. Hopefully that inspires you a little bit to pull out even papers that you may already have at home and just start using different elements from it, even if you don't like the whole entire page itself. Now, I personally happen to like this whole entire page, the one that I'm cutting up right now, the entire page from this kit. I think it's really, really cute. So thankfully, you get two of them, and it's in there. And you can play with it, cut one up, and use one as a full background if you want to. We want to mat this picture because it's going on a very patterned, busy piece of paper. What I really like to do is mat my photos in a solid color, and then that helps to give some definition and separation, because you really do still want your photos to be your focal point of almost any layout that you do. So we're going to grab some yellow. I'm going to mat this kind of big. We'll see if we use this. I cut it out because I thought I would, but we'll see, because I made this a little bit bigger than I was going to originally. Now I'm going to make a border for the bottom line here, and I'm going to use this fun little area down here. And I think I'm going to go right from this green and come down. So I'm just going to use my scissors right off the bat. I'm not even going to grab my paper trimmer. So right underneath the green, we're going to just cut out this little scallopy doodad. Okay, so we're going to add our photo down first. Get that where we want it. Line this up along the bottom. Really super easy. All right, so now we want to have a little bit of fun with this bag. And what I'm going to do is, when you cut it off, it's going to look like this. We just cut it straight across from the top of the bag. What I want to do is take this outer flap, and I want to glue this down. So I'm just going to run some ATG right along this top edge here. And I'm just going to fold it and press it down. You can use your bone folder to get a tighter crease if you need it to be a real tight crease. I'm not overly concerned about a tight crease. Did it just to show you. And then you're going to have a little pocket here. Okay, and this is going to go on the outside of my page here, just like this. what I would like to do with this is take a strip of this upper piece, and I'm going to tape it down right where we folded this down. So we're just going to use my paper trimmer. I think that'll work best. Glue right on my strip. I'm just going to glue it down, and then I can trim off the end. Now what we want to create is a little pull-out tag for this. I'm going to glue my little brown envelope down, or my brown bag down, using my ATG. I think that's pretty good. A little bit off the corner of the page, of the photo I mean. Okay, for this, I'm going to pop dot this up. I know exactly what I want to do with this. Stick that down, and then just trim off the end. I'm going to give you some dimension right up there. Okay, and with this extra that you trimmed off, you can either cut the rest of these out and place them pop dotted up here, which we'll just go ahead and do real quick. It's fun to cut out shapes. Again, I just like giving interest, dimension, all those different things to my pages. So that's what this does without going too overboard. Sometimes I used to not like doing too much dimension, pop dots and otherwise, for scrapbook layouts because I wanted them to all fit. But I just kind of, I don't know, I've gotten over that a little bit. And now I just really like adding the dimension, and I really like you know, doing different touches like that. I just really think it does make it, and you know, just get more scrapbook albums to fit more pages in is kind of what I've ended up coming down to. So I'm just trimming off the end that it doesn't hang over. So now what we need is a tag that's going to fit in here. So the way we're going to do that, I'm going to grab some of my yellow. Actually, I think this one will work. I can trim this down a little bit. Okay, so I have my yellow. I'm just going to cut this to 4 3/4 inches across. And I think it's about 6.5 right now. Maybe it's just 6. Oh, no. Okay, it's 5 1/4. So it's 4 3/4 by 5 1/4 square. And we're just going to stick that right inside, see where it lands. If we like it, that's perfect. Now I'm using this as a mat, and I'm using this as my base. I want to take pattern paper and decorate this. All right, we'll go ahead and use this. I'm gonna save my ducks for another layout. We'll just trim them off for right now. Duckies. So you can sort of see the pattern that I'm choosing to use here. It's going to go right here. And I guess I'm just going to go ahead and make it 4 3/4 wide. All right, so there's my little base. Let me make sure the top is really glued down. So I'm doing big strips. Probably don't need that much ATG glue, but I'm making sure. Now what I want to create is a little pull tag out of this. So I'm going to stick this in, but I'm going to grab some of the yellow ribbon that's in the kit. I'm just going to fold it over. I'm grabbing my Tim Holtz tiny attacher. I'm just going to staple this a few times with the tiny attacher in a crisscross pattern. So you just staple it down, turn it, and staple it right on top the other way. Really easy to do. This side of the ribbon a little shorter. I'm going to cut this in a little bit more of an angle. I like my ribbons in angles. That's going to slide right in there. You can pull it in and out. You can write your little messages of whatever you'd like it to say on there. On the outside of my paper bag, I'm going to write the place and the year. So I'm just going to go ahead. And yes, I'm very far behind in my scrapbooking, so nobody make fun of me as you're reading the dates that I write in my journal blocks. There's this cute little blue cloud that's in the cardstock sticker pack that you receive in your kit, and I'm going to finish off my little paper bag by adding that on there as a little extra embellishment. And I'm going to grab my white opaque gel pen, and I'm going to add some stitching right along the bottom of the bag as well. Just doing some simple lines right under where we added our paper strip embellishment. just to give some extra dimension, those little touches that matter. Okay, so you all are gonna love me, but I decided I want to add some solid red to this page because I want to be able to write on top of it as a journal, more of a story about the day. If you want to add another picture here, you can leave it just be, but I decided, so let me show you what I mean. You could add another picture right on the top and then slide it in and out with a picture. But I want it to be a little bit more of a story journaling type thing. So I'm just going to add this piece of red. It's the same width across. So I'm going to cover up my ice cream cones. I guess I could do it this way. Yeah, I'll do it this way. I'll just make it a little bit shorter. So let's see, how long is it right now? It's 4 3/4, so I'm going to go ahead and take it down to 4 1/4. Take off a 1/2 inch. There, now I feel like I can journal in there a little bit better. Stack that down. Okay, so I wrote my little journaling story on there, and now that can just slip right into my pocket. It's lined up perfectly, that just a little bit peeks out. The 4 kids and just a little bit that we had a beautiful day together. And then when you open it, pull it out, it's my entire story of what I wanted to say about the day. So there you have it. I hope you really enjoyed this layout, picked up some tips and tricks, had fun adding paper bag elements to your bag, your page using this paper bag. And really using up elements of paper that you may or may not necessarily like and just making it a lot of fun. So thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to show you a whole lot more in the very near future. Bye!